Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is December 17th of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an apocalyptic, earth-changing attack by the terror group known as ISIS on the date of December 19th or the date of December 20th of 2025, specifically to spawn a second global biological pandemic and or trigger World War III. Despite the fact that this impending attack is going to be orchestrated by the Israeli Mossad, the CIA is going to blame Iran and or Russia for allegedly sponsoring this attack, and therefore World War III is slated to commence. So really quick, before I get into the potential scenarios for this earth-changing attack, which will predictably be CBRN in nature, that's chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear in nature, I just really quick want to highlight the numerology. So before doing so, I just want to also state for the record that the reason why the CIA removed my website, 911truther.org, on the date of December 11th of 2025 is because I have published literally thousands of reports about this impending attack, and therefore they want to remove all evidence of this plot from the internet. And so they're going to execute this on the evening of the 6th day of Hanukkah, on the date of December 19th. So this has the 69 numerology, which is coincidentally found in the nuclear attacks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on 8/6/45 and 8/9/45. Excuse me. And this impending attack will likely happen on the evening of the 19th to the 20th, which is the 6th and 7th day of Hanukkah, respectively. That is why the CIA has created, has spawned through their minions in the press, through their influencers on social media, this whole 67 numerology thing, because this is when CIA headquarters in Switzerland is going to strike, is on the 6th day and the 7th day of Hanukkah. And as I've stated in numerous videos, the CIA always stages attacks on Jewish holidays. The most recent being the alleged ISIS attack targeting Jews celebrating Hanukkah on Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, back on December 14th of 2025, the first day of Hanukkah. And that is because Jewish holidays reflect Roman holidays roughly 90%, which is a different story. But they always stage mass attacks on Jewish holidays because these are blood sacrifices. And the attack on the 16th on Bondi Beach in Australia and Sydney is also, if there's an attack on the 19th, it would be the 69 numerology again. And then we just had, I believe it was on the 11th, we just had a ISIS attack targeting 3 United States Armed Forces personnel in Syria. They were killed by Al-Tanef, which I exposed many years ago, which is a secret ISIS base, which is on the Iraq-Syria border in Al-Tanef. And so this was another blood sacrifice that was offered up to this impending attack, which is likely going to feature, be nuclear in nature, which is why the 3, if you look at the nuclear symbol or the biological symbol, they always have 3 points. And that is because this blood sacrifice of 3 people is offered up to this impending attack coming out of Al-Tanef, which is where the Israeli Mossad is orchestrating these attacks from. So, coincidentally, the date of December 19th marks the 8-year anniversary of when the CIA staged the ISIS attack. It was a semi-truck from Poland, allegedly, that rammed a Christmas market in Berlin, Germany, back on December 19th of 2016. So here we are in 2025. So this, 9 years later, that the CIA is going to stage a mass attack, possibly targeting Germany, possibly targeting Poland, and this is going to be designed, obviously, to trigger World War III. There's also the possibility the CIA would stage some sort of massive truck bombing attack in Europe or elsewhere. One potential scenario is that on the night of December 18th in the United States, which is December 19th in the rest of the world, the Los Angeles Rams are going to play the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. This game is going to be aired globally on Amazon Prime Network, and so it's highly likely that the CIA would stage some sort of mass attack in Europe or Israel by ISIS on this particular evening. And in order to foreshadow the notion that people on planes, terrorists on planes, are trying to attack the United States, the U.S. State Department, whose logo is coincidentally the Star of David, they just banned people traveling to the United States from a total of 39 countries. And one potential target is New York City. We know that they already staged the 9 aerial suicide bombing attacks targeting New York City back on September 11th of 2001. And so they plan on doing, the CIA always double dips, and so they're planning on staging another 9/11 style attack, except this time it's going to be nuclear in nature. And so in order to foreshadow this, they just staged this toppling of a Statue of Liberty replica in Brazil, which fell over onto its head. And this is designed to foreshadow the fall of New York and in a nuclear attack, and then the subsequent fall of the United States after that. Also, on the date of December 19th, the evening of December 19th in the United States, is the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua boxing match. So I forget exactly where it's at. Let me just look it up really quick. But the CIA always capitalizes on live sporting events because there's millions of people watching. So this is going to be live from the Casilla Center in Miami, Florida. And so Miami could also be a potential target. Excuse me. Given the nature of this fight, because Anthony Joshua is a real boxer, and he's going to likely beat the shit out of Jake Paul, which everybody wants to see, obviously. It's also possible that Donald J. Trump would be attending this event in Florida because he is just up the road in Palm Beach, and so he would obviously, if the attack is targeting this particular stadium, which is coincidentally on the ocean front in Miami, some sort of 9/11 style nuclear terror attack, or some sort of CBRN, chemical biological related 9/11 style attack targeting this arena is expected. Also, if you recall, back in 2013, I believe the CIA staged this massive quote-unquote anti-terrorism operation featuring a Islamic invasion of Tampa Bay. And so obviously they're not going to attack Tampa Bay, they're going to attack Miami. And this could be Russian, this could be Islamic, this could be Cuban, this could be Venezuelan, but some sort of mass attack is expected most likely by ISIS. Considering also that the two U.S. National Guard members, which were executed at a park outside of the White House in Washington, D.C. back on December 26th, on November 26th of 2025, which was allegedly executed by a Afghan national with allegiance to Al-Qaeda. It's highly likely, because Al-Qaeda was responsible for the 9/11 attacks, that the CIA is going to stage a joint ISIS-Al-Qaeda operation. So they'll say that it's by ISIS with Al-Qaeda backing. So, and then of course Al-Qaeda is intimately tied to Russia, because Al-Qaeda was formed by the United States during the Mujahideen to basically to end the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan back in, I believe, 1979. Also, the date of December 20th, the morning of December 20th of 2025, marks exactly 4,557 days since ISIS was founded back on June 29th of 2013. This number is interesting because the 55 is SS, obviously, symbolically, and then we have 47, which is 47th President of the United States. And so this attack will likely target Florida, if Trump is in Florida, or Washington, D.C., if Trump is in Washington, D.C. Also, the date of December 20th marks exactly 8,866 days since the 9/11 attacks back on September 11th of 2001. This numerology is not only featured, it was tweeted, it was ominously tweeted by former FBI Director James Comey, which he published this photo on, I believe, Twitter and Instagram with the number 8647. And so we have the number 86 means to be kicked out of, or to be killed, to 86 somebody, and and then he posted this numerology written in the sand on the beach. And so coincidentally, this fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua is coincidentally on the beach in Florida, where he allegedly took this photo. And given the nature, the high-profile nature of this boxing match, it's highly likely that Donald J. Trump will be in attendance. What's interesting about this number, 8866, is the number 66 is two sixes, which is 26, which equates to letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, which is obviously the political motivation behind this impending attack. And then the number 88, which equates to HH in the English alphabet, is an acronym for Heil Hitler. And it's also, Switzerland is the only nation in the world where you're allowed to do the Nazi salute. And this 88 has intimate neo-Nazi numerology, and that is because Switzerland became the federal state of Switzerland was formed back on September 12th of 1848. This is the 88 numerology, which is inherent to most of their attacks and their assassinations, just like Donald J. Trump was raided by the FBI on August 8th, 88 of 2022. The nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were on August 6th and August 9th. 88, 86, 89, 88, and of 1945. And so this numerology is present in virtually all of the CIA's numerology. For example, 8 plus 8 is 16. The CIA's logo has the 16-pointed star. So this is 88 is intimately tied to Switzerland and her CIA, whose code name, as I revealed on my blog, which has since been taken down, is that the official name of, or the unofficial name, the esoteric name of CIA headquarters in Switzerland, beneath Lake Geneva, is ISIS or SS. And that is why they created a terror group in 2013 named ISIS, because it's named after them. And this impending attack is obviously designed to spawn a second global biological pandemic or trigger World War III. And it's obviously the most likely scenario is that the CIA stages a plethora of 9/11 style nuclear terror attacks targeting multiple locations. Israel, Europe, and the United States are the most likely to suffer this. They're likely going to blame Iran or Russia. And coincidentally, I don't remember the exact date, but just a few years ago, they took out 11 planes out of service in South America, Boeing planes, and these are likely the planes that they're going to use to fly nukes into buildings, into stadiums, into tourist attractions around the world on this particular numerology. And the alleged attack that just transpired in Bondi Beach. Again, a beach. The theme here is a beach, right? So, is that they stage an attack on a beach, and this likely is designed to foreshadow some sort of mass attack targeting the beach, possibly Miami, during this Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight. So obviously, if the CIA stages an offensive by ISIS, Al-Qaeda, or ISIS by the date of December 20th in the United States or elsewhere, know that it was planned by CIA headquarters in Lake Geneva, likely executed on the ground by the Israeli Mossad, who is also responsible for the 9/11 attacks targeting New York back on September 11th of 2001. And obviously, the CIA is likely going to try to kill two birds with one stone, meaning that, or three birds, in that they're going to start World War III, or stage a nuclear event, assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump, and or trigger World War III all at the same time. And they created this ISIS terror group because in the aftermath of my book, which I published on January 28th of 2011, entitled The Nuclear Bible, which was about a false flag Al-Qaeda 9/11 style nuclear terror attack targeting Super Bowl XLV between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers in Dallas, Texas on February 6th of 2011, they killed off Osama bin Laden on May 1st of 2011, and then in the aftermath of that, they created this new terror group called ISIS, which was created roughly 2 weeks, or the beginning of when they went into Syria was roughly 2 weeks after the Super Bowl event, and then in Syria is where they created the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, which has now become known as ISIS. So obviously, if the CIA stages any sort of Al-Qaeda or ISIS offensive by the date in question, which is December 20th of 2025, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.